Well, I'm in my mid-60s, just turned 65, father of 3 children, 2 boys and 1 girl. Becoming diagnosed with Alzheimer's was an absolute shock to my system. I had no clue of where all of this was leading, and certainly for me and my experiences in life, being an otherwise physically robust person, strong, intellectually, I've never had a problem, and to come down with this disease was just unthinkable for me. I played sports all my life. I'm a college graduate, and I thought Alzheimer's was basically for old people. Well, I just did not consider myself old. I didn't feel old.
Michael and I met a little over 12 years ago through business. We both are in real estate development, and we met at a conference and instantly became friends, and he became more of a mentor to me. I think I was overwhelmed when the doctor was talking to me. I was listening, but I don't think I wasn't taking anything in. I think I was just more or less in shock. And then I kind of hung up the phone and broke down. And it was a Friday night, and we were going out for the evening, and Michael was upstairs getting ready, and I elected not to tell him. I needed to let it sink in and wanted to figure out what was the best way to talk to him.
I watched my best friend unable to live a normal life, unable to be left alone, unable to do the basic functions that he had done throughout his whole life, and lose his dignity. And that really impacted me personally, in that he deserved to live a long life and one that was healthy.
There are some very real fears. The biggest fear I have is related to my memory. The memory of my children being born, popping out, was the very first miracle live that I ever witnessed, and it's burned into my brain still. Watching my daughter and watching my son take their first breath of life was something you never want to lose as a dad or as a mother. And I have that memory. And to know that someday I'll lose it is catastrophic. Catastrophic.
My biggest fear about the diagnosis was we had spent so many years building this wonderful relationship and working so hard to be together. My fear was, what would he not remember about us? This love that I have that's so deep for my husband, what would he not remember, was my biggest fear.
It addresses my need to be of service to others in some way, to make the most of what I've got. And the Alzheimer's Association was very instrumental in helping me do that. That's why I'm here today. And it's what I hope to continue down the road for as long as I possibly can. It is extremely important problem in modern day America, Alzheimer's, and I'm not going to waste my ability to get it cured in some way, shape, or form. I'm making my contribution, and I'll do it with everything I've got, any way I can.
It's through my need to know that I got involved, and I urge everybody to do that, because I think people are afraid. They don't want to know. I just felt knowledge was power. So for me, reaching out for help and reaching out to the organization, which I have met so many wonderful people that have been there to support us.
My dad had early signs of Alzheimer's and dementia. My mom was too proud and protective of our family to share that experience and knowledge with us. And so unbeknownst to me and my brothers, my mom went through that on her own. And That just strikes me now, having decided to be the chair of this event and get involved in this cause. It just really strikes me that that needs to change. People need to know it's okay to tell others about this, because support and the programs available through organizations like the Alzheimer's Association would have really made a big difference in my mom and my dad's life.
No one should ever feel like they need to deal with Alzheimer's disease alone. By reaching out to the association, we can provide them with information, greater understanding about Alzheimer's disease, tips and tricks to be a great caregiver, information when you need to find resources outside of the home to help. We can provide information on what to look for in those resources. Answer questions, help you devise a plan. There are just a lot of ways in which the association can help someone who's facing Alzheimer's disease.
What strikes me is the personal nature of this disease. At a time when older people ought to enjoy the fruits of their labor and the twilight of their lives, this takes a direct attack on their self-sufficiency and independence, and also a tremendous burden on their families. So let's all rally together. Until we find the cure, let's continue to support causes like the Alzheimer's Association, who provides much needed programs and services for the individuals afflicted and the family members that are here to take care of them. Let's all do our part to make a big difference in something that's important to all of us.